Hello, folks. Well, accidentally, a live H5N1, that dodgy avian flu stuff, accidentally got into a batch of flu vaccine destined for about 18 countries. Oh, well, luckily it was picked up in time by this other lot. They spotted it, because apparently they're one of their little aminals what they checked it on, pegged it. Can't think why. Anyway, so yeah, of course it was accidental. Yeah, well, that's the story, but it makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, you think they could have World Vaccine Day, yeah, where one of them prestigious world organisations what is concerned for all the people, yeah, they could have World Vaccine Day, couldn't they, where they vaccinate everybody to try and stop some terrible outbreak of something dodgy, yeah. And in fact, a bit like when we have the flu season, yeah, and people get their jabs and they still get the flu, and the story is, oh, well, it's a different strain that you got. See, so they could mass vaccinate everybody, and then when most of the people went down with the EBGBs, right, they could say, oh, well, it must be a different strain, it must be a different mutation, yeah. See, so they could actually have a little outbreak somewhere of some virus, whether it be avian flu or otherwise called bird flu or whatever. They could have a little outbreak. Like there was a certain suggestion that maybe that's what they was trying to do with this accidental. No, of course that's a conspiracy theory. That was purely accidental, that something that could be mixed up like that. Because of course they test all these things and they have procedures, don't they? So it could never hold on, no. Anyway, see where I'm going with that one. Anyway, so if they had some sort of, oh look, we've got a because obviously they mixed flu virus that is ordinary human one with a one which is a bird one, and the two got together a bit and you ended up with a mutation. That could go a bit more widespread, couldn't it? See, so then if they had this sort of outbreak, they could then say, oh, we've got an outbreak, we need to vaccinate everybody, panic, and of course most people would panic, and then that's the way that they deliver some deadly vaccine to a large portion of the population, wouldn't it? So, and you might say, well, why would they want to do that then? Why would they? They'd have to be nasty people to do that, wouldn't they? How would they? What would that benefit them? Well, just think about it. There's lots of reasons it might benefit them, but if you've got a lot of people getting all uppity because of the financial debacles and they're having riots and stuff, well, a little distraction might help, and also getting rid of some of the rioters might help, but you can't just go and get rid of the rioters, because people seem to object to that if they send the army in, and and the armies sort of don't tend to like shooting on their own people much, do they? Sort of get, yeah, that's my mates over there, you're telling me to go and tell them to stop rioting. See, so you get a bit, so you think of other ways. Well, you wouldn't want to use anything that really does too much damage to the real estate, would you? Because that would be a bit. So what's the solution? Well, if you get rid of a lot of the people because they've all got illnesses, and then of course you've got a lot of business that will make a lot of money off a lot of people being ill, ain't you, as well? So there's an upside to this downside. So of course, I'm getting into outrageous conspiracy theories here. I'm sure it was totally accidental, because I mean, these pharmaceutical companies, they're such nice people. They've got, you know, you only have to look at IG Farben to see that they're nice people. And in fact, there was a letter on one bit I was looking at where they was talking. This was when IG Farben, which apparently is one of the main contributors to the Nazi Party, they was involved with IG Auschwitz, and there was a letter saying, "Oh, we can't possibly pay 200 Reichsmarks. We're only going to give you 170 Reichsmarks." That was for 150 women that they were buying for experimentation. Yeah, I did say that, folks. Yeah, I mean, this was your IG Farben, which was some pharmaceutical type people buying women to experiment on. I mean, and then people would say, "Oh, but it must have been accidental." And you think, well, hold on, you look back at the history of some of these people involved in some of these pharmaceutical companies, and then if it could happen then, why can't it happen now? Why can't there be people? I'm not saying that all the people that work for all the pharmaceuticals or produce the vaccines are all nasty people, because vast majority of them are nice people. They mean well. They're trying to help people, you know, good people. But there might be one or two that, if you like, are the big string pullers that can cause things, because everybody's compartmentalised, aren't they? Here, mate, you go and do this, or you go and do that, and whatever, and, yeah, okay, instruction was to take this thing here and fill it in that thing there, and that's it, innit? They did their job, blah blah blah, whatever. And you don't know, do you? You don't know. I mean, because it's like the Georgia Guidestones, isn't it, where they sort of, on them, it says something like they want to reduce the population down to below 500 million. So obviously there are some people on the planet who are a little bit, you know, make old Adolf look like he's just a bit of a learner at it, yeah. But of course, they don't do it quite so obvious. They could build camps and stuff like that. Well, they've got some FEMA camps, but I won't go there. But in America, but anyway, they could do it that way. But that's a bit, innit? It's a bit obvious, a bit in your face. But if there's some a biological thing, what is accidental, or it's caused by birds, right? Then when people start pointing the fingers, they're not going to be pointing. They're pointing the fingers at, oh well, it was just one of these things, innit? You know, like you get flu. Well, this bird flu must have mutated, so a lot of people suffered. So people won't put two and two together, will they? Or if they do, well, they might do, but they might not be well enough to sort of go, They might be going, So see what I'm saying? That it'd be quite handy, wouldn't it, in a way? And you might think, well, as I say, how's it going to happen? But it will, because it's like after the plagues in Europe, the number of people was drastically reduced, and then of course it all builds up again, doesn't it? So you got expansion again, and it's sort of kind of, let's build it up again, and then knock it down again. And it's a bit like the currency, isn't it? You get inflation first, and then you get deflation. And I've rabbited on this. I'm sort of kind of going slightly off topic here, but anyway. So next time somebody says, yeah, vaccines are safe, I should show them the article. I'll put a link in there so you can see the article. So you can say, well, are you sure them vaccines are safe? Yeah. Cheers for now.